What's going on, guys? My name is Lubcubs and welcome back to the third part of how I made Gaming with Jen's Candyland map. In the last two parts we went over the builds and we went over the commands for the first two challenges of the map. To date we're starting on the chocolate area of the map, and first we have to work on our builds for this area. So I'm picturing like a dome-like structure. I didn't actually end up recording this portion. We did 3 spheres with some like cherry spheres on top of it, and it's very basic structure. I then did some furnishing inside. Of course, you got to make this look nice and pretty. Got to make sure that all the little details in the map, you know, just kind of work together to tell a story. And the story we're telling here is that this is someone's house that has been taken over by evil chocolate bars. So I'm just placing down all the furniture for the kitchen in this clip here, and we're working on the living room in this clip. So that is the 3 main rooms in this map. I actually believe there might even be a bathroom here, but we just kind of quickly go through the decorating for the furniture, just like that. A little bit of light in here to make sure that it looks nice and bright on the inside. Some bookshelves to add a little bit of scenery to the actual house. And then the bathroom, because you can't have a house without a bathroom in it. I remember one map I forgot to put a bathroom in it, and I was like, where's the bathroom? So yeah, now I try to remember a bathroom in every single map. Now we gotta get the chest set up for the pickaxes that are going to be used to mine the cookie ore blocks. So I find one that kind of looks like a Candyland style pickaxe, and we choose the cotton candy pickaxe, and that's actually what we set up for them. I didn't actually end up showing that clip, but I will show that now. This is mcstacker.bimbima.com. If you're using Minecraft in 1.16 or 1.17, you'll just go to mcstacker.net. But because we're using 1.12, this is the one I always tend to use. And we're actually going to run a give command. And let's just do a standard pickaxe for now. Iron pickaxe. We're going to call this cotton candy pickaxe, and the lore can be can destroy cookie ore. Really that simple. We need to set up this can destroy block, and these are going to be a modded item once I actually get the command into the game, but MC Stacker doesn't know that, so I'm just going to put a temporary thing there. I have to do glazed terracotta because it's easy to spot inside the command, and that's really the only reason why. So we're just going to copy that, and we're actually going to paste that into the game, which I no longer have up and running. So I'm going to open up this game. So I just loaded up a random Minecraft world here, and we're going to paste that command in. Player name, obviously. So we got to delete this back, and we're just going to do it at S to target myself. Now we have a cotton candy pickaxe that can destroy cookie ore. And you can kind of see there it says can break white glazed terracotta. One thing we can do to better this pickaxe, just to make it look a little bit neater here, is we'll get rid of that quickly. We'll hide the advanced tooltips, which is just F3 and H. And we're actually going to open up that command again. And we're going to just type in comma hide flags with the number 63. Now when we look at this, you'll see durability, but you won't see that it can destroy white glazed terracotta, which is just a little thing just to make it look a little bit neater, but it does say can destroy cookie ore. I don't believe I have cookie ore in this mod. I do not. So let's find a modded ore block, such as this topaz ore from Bios of Plenty, and let's find a modded pickaxe. We've got here a pink pickaxe. That's close to cotton candy, right? So let me turn on advanced tooltips one more time. Now I can see that this is a Zyocraft Nacre pickaxe. And we've got the topaz ore, which is Biomes of Plenty gem ore. So it's really simple. All we need to do is have the Zyocraft Nacre pickaxe replace our iron pickaxe. And then over here where we had glazed terracotta, we hit Biomes of Plenty gem ore. We give that pickaxe to us. Now if I hide tooltips, it's just a cotton candy pickaxe that can destroy cookie ore. Now if I actually place this down on the ground, go into a /game mode adventure, you'll notice I can't break anything with the default pickaxe. I can't break anything with this one, but you can target those specific ores. Fantastic. And that's what we did with the cotton candy pickaxe targeting cookie ore on the Gaming with Jen map. Let's go back to that video. And once all the builds have been completed, I had filled in a path here, a little farm area, and we actually had a little kind of sign at the beginning here to show the farm, the mine, and up here is the mine where they actually go and mine the cookie ore. So you'll see I'll drop down here, and you can just see I placed all the cookie ore in here. I didn't actually end up recording any clips on how I actually mined that out, so silly me, my bad, but it was just a brush command filling air. Now we gotta start getting our chocolate monsters set up for Jen and Andy to actually fight. So I'm just gonna get the naming set up here. This is gonna be a chocolate monster. Now I set this guy to be not visible, and that's important for when we start adding our decorative blocks to him. So I have a chocolate 3D model that I used in a previous map, chocolate legs and chocolate arms. So we go into his inventory and I place the chocolate bar on his head, and I place the legs in his left hand and his arms in his right hand, which just makes it look like he kind of runs around properly. I then clone him all over, so there's probably about 9 or 10 different chocolate monsters that they need to fight. Some are in the house, some are in the mines. And then I need to find an NPC skin for the guy who actually tells them to find the cookies. So this looks like a good skin. I need to download that skin, and we're actually going to bring that into our custom NPCs folder. So this is your saves directory. You go into your custom NPCs, assets, and then textures, entity, and human male. Now these folders might not be created, so you have to go into your textures folder, create an entity folder, and create a human male folder. This is where I put my textures for my NPCs, and we're just going to paste that skin in here and rename it something simple. Candy Merchant. Perfect. So we can spawn this NPC in now, back in the Minecraft world, call this Candy Merchant, and we're going to pull up that skin. Oh, the eyes are glowing, but that's fine. We can fix that after. Select the Candy Merchant, go to Model, Edit, and we want to make sure we edit the parts. Go down to Eyes and just turn the type to None. Optifine sometimes make them glow really weird, so we just disable that completely. And we're actually going to rename this guy to Cookie Merchant, obviously, because we want them collecting cookies, not candy. Then we set him to stalking, so he's always looking at the player, and that NPC is set up. Now we have to do our simple test for commands to make sure they're in the right areas. Once again, making sure that's not testing for admin. So I do a step block error in our comparator once again, and we did this a few times in our last video. But I grab a speech for the Cookie Merchant from the tell world generator from the last video that I showed you guys, and basically it's just saying, please help me, my cookies need to be mined, but there's chocolate monsters invading my house. Take these swords from me, and find the pickaxes inside my home to mine the cookies. And then the guy's going to give us an electrical transformer to fix our train. We're just going to paste that in that command block, and that is set up. The actual challenge is all set up and ready to go. Now I just got to set up the trades with the NPC. We're going to do 20 cookies to make sure, in case they drop any in the lava or something, there's definitely extras. And got to rename the transformer to be a train electrical transformer. Just like that. Current transformer. I apparently wasn't happy with the word electrical, so we set it up for current. So you go to the advanced tab, set up trader, and this doesn't work every time. So I reset that trader, edits, and I'm just going to do 20 cookies for a transformer. Now I need to go get our swords. So let's do, yeah, dark chocolate sword or white chocolate sword. Milk. Candy cane sword. That makes sense because we just did the candy cane area. Perfect. That challenge is completely set up. With all 3 challenges finished, we have to work on a winning system, or pretty much fixing the train with the 3 parts. So I just set up a button that they need to push when they have completed the fixing of the train, I guess, if we want to call it. Now I'm looking for somewhere to actually place these parts, and I'm taking a look behind here to see what we can do with this hopper. It's actually a very easy idea. We're just going to pull a chest off of the hopper, just like that. Now basically when all 3 items are inside of this chest, we'll be able to test, and we're actually testing for any items. I really foolproof this system. Basically we're testing if this redstone lamp is on, but don't worry guys, I do actually do something smarter in a little bit. I will show you that. So if items are placed inside of that chest, then everything is good to go. Now we're testing for the wooden button to be pushed in, and we're looking for the data value, which is now data value 11. So if we test for data value 11, that is basically the sign to say that we have pushed the button and we are ready to leave. Now I put this up to an AND gate, which you can see here, but there is something kind of important here that I'm just pausing the video. You'll see here these 3 locations, and this is where we're actually testing to make sure they collected the items. So I actually went back to each of the 3 challenges and did a set block command to set block a wool block at this location when they finished the challenge. So when they were actually given the part or they spoke to the person, it put a block here, which is actually going to activate this purple command block right in front of me here. Then we're going to take it off of an AND gate with the 2 redstone torches and a redstone torch in the front. And basically what this is doing is making sure both these command blocks are true in order to send out this final output. This final output is going to do a train noise, and I just found some train noises online, and I'm just trying to pick the best ones. I couldn't talk between those. Alright. So I think that's the noise I ended up picking, so we just delete the rest of this, and we're going to save this into our bat folder for the resource pack. I'm going to delete the other ones from the old map I did, and we're just going to save this as bat death as an OGG file. Now we're going to do play sound Minecraft entity bat death master at all with the sound volume of 1000, and that works in game, which is perfect. We just have to put a command block down with that lovely horn sound. We will then extend the redstone signal to this next command block, and I think we're actually moving that horn sound to the end here. And in this first command block, we're going to do Jen speech text, which you guys saw in the last video of her saying, let's head to our destination. If you guys don't remember how you do that tellraw command, make sure you go watch the last video. Now we're doing a blindness effect just to kind of simulate them riding the train, even though they don't actually ride a train. Then we're going to head to this Minecraft.tools website where we do a title command. This website's great for a lot of different things, but we're going to focus on the title right now. We're saying the end until the next adventure. We'll generate the command, scroll down to display older versions, and we're going to copy all 3 of these commands: the times, the subtitle, and the title. So we've got all 3 of those commands now in these command blocks, just like this, and we can actually call that complete. The entire map for this section is complete. Now we need to have somewhere to actually start the map. So I actually found this old house. I did this house on Never Mine at Night. I figured, you know what, it's been a long time. I can repurpose this house to be the house for this map. So I cloned it over, deleted all the water. Very, very quick fix. Now we're actually going to start filling in grass everywhere just to kind of give us a landscape to work with. We start building up our walls just like we did, just not using World or MC Edit this time. We have our random tick speed turned way up so that way the grass is spreading really quickly. Once these walls are high enough that they won't be able to see over them at all, we can start. Smoothing them out with the smooth brush command. Now that does mess up some of the land, so we're just going to take a cylinder grass command again and fill in all this land. Once that's completed, we can do a forest brush and just fill in all the little holes that we have left remaining and make this area look just a little bit neater. Now we got to start working on our train tunnel for just outside Jen's house here. Very similar way we did it the last time. Once that's all said and done, we'll do the other side. And we can actually clone the train over. So I'm just going to come back to this world, copy the train at these two different locations, copy, come back over here, and rotate the train and paste it into position. That looks pretty darn good. We do have to move it over, or move it back just a little bit, so the front of the train is in the right location. So that is probably close enough. Yes, yes it is. We're going to fill this in with black concrete, clean all this up, and make this look really good. Then we go around the house, cleaning up some weird blocks that happened when I remodeled different carpets. We fix up some furnishings around the house and make it just look a little bit more livable in case they decide to go exploring a little bit. Got to make this house look extra clean and extra bright, so I throw some invisible light source blocks around. And then we're working on our start room. So this is actually the very start room. I don't want them walking out these back doors, so I fill them with barrier blocks. And then the start button. So I'm just putting a sign here that says press button to start the game. And that's how they start the game. And then of course you got to have a lovely time sign. You can't forget that in any maps ever made. We're testing for the stone button, and we can set up our commands underground. So I got my repeating command block. We're testing for the stone button. And then we're going to take a redstone output comparator off of that. And just like always, we're going to make sure we do a step block air command on top of that. We're filling in air where these barriers are once they've actually started the map. So they're going to be allowed to walk out the back doors if they choose to. They're going to fill air on these red glass blocks as well as the signs and the button. Just like that. And we're going to do a particle effect just to make like a little explosion happen when they push this button. Just a little detail to make it look a little bit cleaner, a little bit more interactive, if you would. Just like that. Now we can take a redstone repeater line off of this, and this is where we're going to start the storyline. So I'm actually going to show you the story here. Using the tell raw commands, we just make this quick story. Jen says we're going to go on a trip. Andy asks where they want to go. Jen says they can visit magical places. And then Andy says, let's take the train out front. Now I'm just changing all of Andy's dark blue because they're hard to read. And then just going to set them up as blue. And one more final test. And blue is a lot easier to read. That is lovely. Now we have to do a test for a block for the wooden button in the train near Jen's house. That way they can actually teleport to the new Candyland world. So we're going to take another repeating command block and do something very similar that we did when we finished the map on the other side. We're going to place this command block, test for that button, place the comparator, and we're going to do the horn noise as well as a teleport. There's our horn noise. Our blindness effect. I'm just running a quick test to make sure that's working properly. And now I'm coming over here to grab the coordinates to where I want them to teleport to. We're doing set block 47, 44, 862. Copy that, and we can fly back to the start of our map and paste that command right there. Now we're going to do one last final command, and we're actually going to tag the players with started. Now why do we want to do that? So we can actually do some script over here for when they actually get teleported over here. So we're actually going to test for, let me just clear some land here. We're going to test for at all with the tag started within a radius of 50 blocks. Didn't really need to do that, but just wanted to set that up so that way when they showed up here, this actually fired. So we do a command block or with the comparator, repeater, and we're actually going to extend this signal just a little bit. We gotta do our step block error, of course, so that way it doesn't fire more than once. Extend this repeater signal all the way out so it gets a few seconds before Andy says his line and Jen says his line, but Jen's saying that this taste looks so beautiful, and then Andy says, "Oh no, the train is broken." And one final test. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And then Andy, slight problem. Our train is broken. The timings are perfect. Everything is completely done. I do one more command block for saturation. This just makes it so that they don't get hungry while they're running around and doing their adventures. And now I set my game mode to adventure. And that is how I made Gaming with Jen's Candyland map. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am, once again, sorry if I happened to speak too fast. If I did, pause the video on parts that you're trying to work through, and it will definitely make it a lot easier. Definitely rewatch some of the parts that I kind of sped talk through. The clips I actually recorded weren't very long by any means, so once again, I recorded this. I made this map like September 2020, I think, or maybe it was even July 2020. It was a while ago, so yeah, all the clips were recorded quite a long time ago. So pretty much I'm rewatching the clips and explaining what I'm doing as I'm seeing them myself. But yeah, I don't know if it's the best way to show you guys how I made these maps, but this is how I decided to make this one. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of the channel, what you guys think of this series and other things like that. But guys, most importantly, don't forget to have a lovely day. Bye, guys.